Right, there's breaking news coming in here on India Today. Uttarakhand's rebel MLAs will not be able to vote in that floor test in the Uttarakhand Assembly tomorrow. No relief to the 9 rebel Congress MLAs who have been told by the Supreme Court that they will not be allowed to vote tomorrow. This is a big embarrassment for the centre and a huge piece of relief for Harish Rawat, the erstwhile Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. It's a huge boost to Harish Rawat's own campaign, who now has a slight edge in the floor test tomorrow in the Uttarakhand Assembly. But this is an embarrassment and a setback for the Modi government at the centre, which has been trying to replace the Harish Rawat government in the centre. Ajay Bhatt, the state BJP president in Uttarakhand, is on the phone line with us. Mr. Bhatt, this is a major setback for the BJP and for the centre.
नहीं, कोई सेटबैक नहीं है। वो तो सबको पता था कि फैसला यही होना है। हमने पहले भी कहा था कि जो 9 विधायक हैं डिस्क्वालीफाई किए गए हैं, उनको देख के नहीं बल्कि उनको हटा के जो 62 बचते हैं उसके आधार पर हम फ्लोर पर बहुमत साबित करेंगे। हम तो पहले ही कह चुके हैं और यही मांग हमने राज्यपाल से भी की थी। तो इसमें कोई सेटबैक नहीं है, ये तो पता ही था, क्योंकि जो स्पीकर फैसला देता है, कोई भी स्पीकर हो, वो अपरिमित पावर उनके पास होने के कारण, बहुत बड़ी पावर होने के कारण, अनलिमिटेड पावर होने के कारण वो कुछ भी कर सकता है। राइट को रॉन्ग, रॉन्ग को राइट कर सकते हैं। अब आप देखिए एप्रोप्रिएशन बिल में आज वहां पर लोकसभा में इस समय बिल पास हो रहा है उत्तराखंड का। अब यहाँ स्पीकर ने ये दे दिया और वहाँ बिल पास हो गया।
मिस्टर भट्ट, कांग्रेस और हरीश रावत का कहना है कि ये एक और विंडिकेशन आ गया है।
नहीं, ठीक है, उसमें तो कोई सवाल ही नहीं है। वो तो हम पहले से ही मान रहे थे, कोई इसमें दिक्कत की बात नहीं है।
Ajay Bhatt, state BJP chief in Uttarakhand, saying that this was on expected lines and that they will still prove their numbers in that crucial floor test that takes place tomorrow. Let's show you some graphics that lay out for you how the numbers actually look with this fresh ruling by the Supreme Court. Remember, the 71-strong assembly in Uttarakhand, without the 9 Congress MLAs who cannot vote, is a 62-member one. 32 is that magic number. Now with the BSP and other MLAs, just 5 more, Harish Rawat will be home with that magic figure. Scenario 2 is if this had gone the wrong way, 32, the BJP and the BSP and others can also reach that magic figure of 34. Which way will it go? Both the Congress and the BJP both say that they will prove their majority on the floor of the House in that crucial floor test. Let's go straight across to Ashar Khan, who's been in touch with Harish Rawat, the Chief Minister, erstwhile Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. Okay, we're just gonna go to Ashar in just a moment. I want to go across live to some pictures. We're going to hear from Harish Rawat himself. Let's listen in.
इमरजेंसी क्लॉज है, तो इमरजेंसी क्लॉज में इस तरह के मसले नहीं आते हैं। बेसिकली अदालत ने पहले 356 के मसले पे सुनवाई की और उसमें आदेश पारित कर दिया। वो इंटीम रिलीफ के लिए कोई ग्राउंड उनके लिए नहीं बनता था।
ठीक है, ये बताइए इसमें जो इन्होंने रेस्पोंडेंट बनाया है, किसको बनाया है, नोटिस किसको हुआ है?
इसमें प्रतिवादी नंबर 1 स्पीकर हैं विधानसभा और प्रतिवादी नंबर 2 श्रीमती इंदिरा हृदय जी हैं, जिन्होंने कंप्लेंट डाली थी स्पीकर के यहाँ।
इनको
दोनों को नोटिस हुआ। प्रतिवादी नंबर 1 की तरफ से मैं मुकेश गिरी, एज स्पेशल काउंसिल फॉर स्पीकर उत्तराखंड।
All right, I want to quickly bring in India Today's Ashar Khan for more on this. Ashar, a slender advantage as far as the Congress is concerned. Certainly relief for the Congress and Harish Rawat, but both sides saying that they will prove their majority in the floor test. So it's going to be a pretty close one.
Well, as you can see, there's already celebration happening at Harish Rawat residence. The sweets are already out, even about 12 to 18 hours before the all-important floor test. But yes, it is going to be a huge relief as far as the Congress is concerned. Their entire strategy from 19th of March was basically based on the fact that these 9 rebel MLAs are disqualified and they have the remaining numbers. Now we'll have to wait and watch as to how tomorrow morning plays itself out as far as those 6 PPF MLAs are concerned, who till now are supporting the ousted Chief Minister Harish Rawat.
Absolutely, but given how close this one is actually going to be, Chief Minister Harish Rawat has exuded quite a bit of confidence, and the verdict today is probably going to give him even more confidence now, Asha.
Well, absolutely. Today is the 51st day when the entire episode happened on the 18th of March. Today is the 9th of May. So clearly we've seen that Harish Rawat has come a long way. He's fought important battles in the High Court and now in the Supreme Court also. A relief coming his way at the moment. But yes, the final result will be decided on the floor of the House. But yes, he's come a very, very long way.
Ashar, just stay with me for a second. Let's just bring back that our breaking news so we can tell our viewers precisely what has happened now. The 9 Congress rebel MLAs, the root of this entire controversy, will not be able to vote in tomorrow's crucial floor test, the show of power, the show of strength in the Uttarakhand Assembly. This has become a major face-off between the BJP and Congress in the state of Uttarakhand, and now the Supreme Court has made it clear. It has ended the argument about whether those 9 Congress MLAs can vote or not. So that floor test will be on Assembly strength of 62, not 71 members. So 71 minus 9, 62. Who can reach the magic figure of 32? Let's go straight across to Madan Singh Bisht, who's a Congress leader from Uttarakhand. Mr. Bisht, आपका रिएक्शन सुप्रीम कोर्ट का वर्डिक्ट के बारे में?
जी सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने वर्डिक्ट जो हाई कोर्ट के वर्डिक्ट पे परसों ही जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट का डिसीजन आया था उसमें भी डबल बेंच का वो था, उसमें उन्होंने कर दिया था कि मतलब जो है ये 9 लोग वोट नहीं डाले.
We've lost that line. We will go back to our political guest to get more reactions on this big breaking story. The Supreme Court has upheld the High Court, the Uttarakhand High Court's verdict, disqualifying those Congress MLAs, the rebel Congress MLAs, and barring them from participating in the floor test. We're going to go straight back to Ashar Khan for more on this. Okay, we're having a bit of a technical difficulty with Ashar Khan's video link. We will go back to him in just a moment. We're going to try and get more political reactions, especially from the BJP. Remember, the BJP and the centre putting up a brave face, saying that this was on expected lines. The Supreme Court was going to always uphold what the Uttarakhand High Court had said. Those 9 Congress MLAs, rebel MLAs, were not going to be allowed to participate and vote in that floor test. But be that as it may, the BJP not showing any of that embarrassment or resentment. They say that even with these numbers, even without those rebel Congress MLAs, the BJP will be able to demonstrate a majority in the House. Like we showed you in our graphics, there are 2 scenarios, one with the Congress on top and one with the BJP on top. The magic question, of course, is who those other MLAs will actually be. Without the 9 Congress rebel MLAs, the strength of the Assembly comes down to 62. The Congress plus the BSP MLAs and others could equal 33. That's one more than the magic figure of 32. Scenario number 2, 34 if the BJP sides with the BSP and others in a strength of 32, that magic figure of 32 there. All right, we've got Tom Vadakan of the Congress with us on the phone line for more on this. Mr. Vadakan, vindication for the Congress just ahead of that floor test in Uttarakhand.
This is poetic justice done to the people of Uttarakhand. They have suffered enough with manipulations galore from the central government. A state has not gone through such a crisis. Manipulation at every level. Now the truth will be there on the floor of the House. Again, the horse is dead, but horse trading is their last scope and the last avenue on which they will further trade. But the reality is, people of Uttarakhand will give them a fitting answer, be it in the House or be it when they go for a mandate.
Mr. Vadakan, the BJP doesn't appear to be, exuding any of that, humiliation that such a verdict should, perhaps sort of deliver to them, because they say even without these 9 Congress rebel MLAs, we'll still be able to reach the finish line and that magic figure in that floor test.
Bravado has to show, naturally. because they've gone through this entire exercise of this manufactured kind of majority that they're trying to work out. They worked on these MLAs and they've damned their career. They've not bothered about it. And now they're going to try it with the
Mr.
BSP
Vadakan,
or
just stay
others.
with me for a moment. Former Union Minister and Senior Congress Leader Ambika Soni is with us as well. Ms. Soni, thanks for speaking to India Today. Your reactions on this, the Congress seeing a great amount of vindication and poetic justice in what the Supreme Court has just ruled on Uttarakhand.
Well, yes, both poetic justice, vindication, because we knew what we were talking about, which was that the Honorable Speaker of the Assembly was well within his rights, vested in him by the Constitution, to suspend them under the anti-defection law. All the stories which Mr. Jaitley is now manufacturing and articulating in the Lok Sabha, apparently, as seen on TV, are manufactured. Not that we are manufacturing, they manufacture. That's why they haven't been able to hold their ground.
So you're saying that the BJP has tried to manufacture this entire process against the Congress?
Of course. Tell me once in the number of times that President's rule has been enforced in the country. Has it been once without the recommendation of the governor? Since when have we started using a so-called sting operation as the basis for imposing President's rule? This has never happened. Who did it? The BJP.
Ms. Soni, the BJP is still exuding a certain amount of confidence about the floor test tomorrow. In your opinion, do you think that's just a brave face in the face of what the Supreme Court has said?
Well, I mean, if they are exuding a lot of self-confidence, I can't see that because I'm in Dehradun. But if they are, well, so be it. I can't stop people from being optimistic if they want to be optimistic in the face of all what they stood for till now, crashing down like a house of cards.
What is the big message from this, ma'am? The 9 Congress MLAs not being permitted to take part in this floor test. What is the big message? Because this has been through, a roller coaster of developments as far as Uttarakhand is concerned.
You can't blame Congress party. I don't know what these BJP leaders are wanting to do. They don't have respect for a speaker. They don't have the respect for a single member judgment of Justice Dhyani. They don't have respect for a divisional bench judge, a historic judgment of Justice Joseph and Justice Biss, and now the Supreme Court has upheld the judgment. What else do they want? Do they have faith in the judicial system of this country or not? It's not Congress party who's declaring these verdicts.
And Ms. Soni, because the Congress has, mounted its defense or really its attack on the Modi government, with the theme murder of democracy. In many ways, are you saying that has been vindicated, that has been legitimized now?
Most certainly, because they did it so suddenly in Arunachal Pradesh, a small border area which has a common border with China, which is already having enough problems of its own in terms of border problems, in terms of development problems. But when it came to Uttarakhand, this was too much. If this was going to be their habit, we had to take them face on. Well, let's hope that the floor test tomorrow goes as per law, as per constitution, and in the interest of Uttarakhand and the country.
And how is the Congress looking in terms of the numbers, ma'am? It's always been a little tricky, especially with the numbers playing out.
But we are sure, they've dragged this over last 2 months. They've dragged it over 2 months. They've tried everything under their power, so the MLAs tell us, of giving them allurements, of trying to threaten them, of calling a former chief minister to the CBI, of using sting operations, of all what they want to do. But the basic fact is they were violating the Constitution of India. They were undermining the power of the vote of an ordinary citizen of India. And the ordinary citizen will win if tomorrow we are able to prove our strength. It's not a question of Harish Rawat's government or Congress government. It's the sanctity of the vote of the voter which we are upholding.
Ambika Soni, many thanks for speaking to us here on India Today. The Congress saying that poetic justice has been served and this is something that the Congress will prove in that floor test tomorrow. Tom Vadakan of the Congress is still with us on the phone line. Mr. Vadakan, obviously it's, there is one section looking at this story very closely saying that this is a showdown that could go right down to the wire in terms of numbers. So it's going to be a pretty interesting day at that floor test tomorrow, sir.
Well, if it goes down to a wire or it's a photo finish, it is the victory of the Constitution. Judiciary has upheld what was correct, what was justice, and judiciary has proved it once again. We salute the judiciary. We are humble at this moment. Be what it may, the outcome. Let the best man win. But let me tell you this. This is a message across the country. They're doing this in various states. They're doing it in Himachal Pradesh. There's a price tag on MLAs. And there's a huge team sitting there. And while I speak to you, they're on that operation. Let me warn those people today that the Constitution has been upheld. The democracy is reborn in Uttarakhand.
Tom Vadekar, thanks so much for speaking to India Today. The big breaking political story, setback for the Modi government at the centre and a big boost for Harish Rawat. But the game isn't finished just yet. That floor test tomorrow will dictate who emerges victorious in the Uttarakhand crisis that continues even now.